The Gingerbread Mischief. This is a story about the adventures of a gingerbread cookie. Do you want to know about what are his adventures? So let's get started. In a bustling bakery at the heart of a snowy town, something magical was about to happen. The air smelled of cinnamon, sugar, and freshly baked gingerbread. It was a busy December morning, and the baker, Mrs. Plum, was humming a cheerful tune as she placed a tray of gingerbread cookies onto the cooling rack. Among the cookies was one special gingerbread boy. He had icing swirls for hair, candy buttons down his chest, and the biggest, goofiest smile Mrs. Plum had ever drawn. There she sat, admiring her work, the happiest gingerbread boy in the bakery. Mrs. Plum didn't know that she had accidentally sprinkled a pinch of magic cinnamon into the dough. As the cookie cooled, his candy eyes blinked. Then, with a tiny grunt, he wiggled his arms and legs. The gingerbread boy was alive. He looked around at the bakery shelves filled with colorful cakes, sugary pastries, and rows of twinkling candy jars. But something felt wrong. He noticed the other cookies laying perfectly still, their candy eyes staring blankly at the ceiling. How is it fun being a gingerbread cookie if you just sit there on shelves? He wondered. I'm going to have some real fun. He sprang to his feet and dashed across the counter, leaving a trail of crumbs behind him. With a leap, he landed on a jar of candy, sending it tumbling to the floor. Crash! What was that? Mrs. Plum exclaimed, turning around just in time to see the gingerbread boy dart behind a stack of flour bags. The mischievous cookie wasn't done yet. He climbed onto the bakery's candy display and slid down a tower of marshmallows like it was a snowy hill. He somersaulted onto a tray of powdered sugar, leaving him coated in white. Whee! I'm a gingerbread snowman, he giggled. Just then, Mrs. Plum spotted him. Oh my stars! The gingerbread boy is alive, she cried. The gingerbread boy waved his icing hand. Hi, Mrs. Plum. Bye, Mrs. Plum, he called, running outside the door. Out in the town, the gingerbread boy's antics continued. He zipped through the marketplace, leaping over baskets of apples and dodging startled shoppers. A group of children spotted him and gave chase, laughing and shouting, Catch the gingerbread boy! But the gingerbread boy was too quick. Run faster if you want to catch me, he said as he darted through the snowy streets. His adventure finally came to a halt when he stumbled into a toy shop. Among the rows of dolls, trains, and stuffed animals, the gingerbread boy met a little girl named Clara. She was sitting quietly by the window, holding a toy drum. Hi there, said the gingerbread boy, surprising her. Oh, you are alive? Clara gasped, her eyes wide. Sure am, he said proudly, and I am on the greatest adventure ever. Clara giggled. You look like you have had quite a wonderful day. But aren't you worried about crumbling? The gingerbread boy paused. He hadn't thought of that. He looked at his arms, noticing a crack forming near one of his candy buttons. Maybe it's time to rest, he admitted. Clara carefully placed him on a soft pillow in the toy shop's display. You can rest here and share your adventure with the toys, she said with a smile. From that day on, the gingerbread boy became the star of the toy shop. Children would gather around to hear Clara tell the story of his wild mischief in the bakery and his daring escape. The gingerbread boy stayed still. His icing smile never faded. Deep down, he knew his adventure had become a legend. I hope you like his adventure. But what do you think Mrs. Plum added to a cookie dough to make it magical? Leave your comments and see you next time with a new exciting story. Bye.
If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button so that you can find my channel anytime and watch such videos. Don't forget to share and see you soon.